me say something uncomfortable. Making candles is easy. Selling them is not. If you've watched TikTok, Instagram, or YouTube, you've seen it. Soft music, soy wax melting, minimalist jars, start a candle business from home. It looks calm, profitable, peaceful. But when you step inside communities like r/candle making, the questions are not about scaling, they're about survival. And that difference changes everything. Expectation. Melt, pour, post, profit. Reality. Why is my candle tunneling? Why is the scent gone after curing? Why is there frosting? Why is the melt pool uneven? Scroll through r/candle making. The most common posts aren't success stories, they're troubleshooting. Because here's what no viral video emphasizes. Your first candles will likely fail, not aesthetically, functionally. And that's where most people quietly quit. If frustration makes you stop, you never even reach the business problem. Candle making looks simple, but technically it's a system. Wax type, fragrance percentage, wick size, container diameter, pour temperature, cure time. Change one variable, performance shifts. Experienced makers constantly stress testing, multiple wick sizes, detailed notes, controlled burns. This isn't passive income. This is product development. And here's the first dividing line. If you don't enjoy experimenting, you won't survive long enough to sell. Candles are not crafts. They are controlled fire. That sounds dramatic, but it's true. Inside r/candle making, experienced users repeatedly warn, don't use decorative containers not designed for heat. Don't guess your wick size. Don't ignore burn testing. Because if something cracks or overheats, it's not a bad review, it's damage. And once you sell, you're not a hobbyist anymore. You're a manufacturer. Insurance, labels, documentation. The aesthetic business just turned legal. Now imagine you've mastered the technique. You go online, search Etsy. Thousands of candle listings. Minimalist, luxury, seasonal, spiritual, crystal infused. The barrier to entry is low, which means competition is high. In community discussions, when someone asks, is it hard to sustain a candle business? The tone shifts. Blunt answers. It's saturated. Differentiation is everything. Pretty jars aren't enough. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Being able to make a candle does not create demand. Demand must exist, or you must manufacture it. That's marketing. There's a psychological trap here. Most people start because they love the craft. They enjoy fragrance blending, jar design, creative control. But business requires something else. Pricing discipline, margin awareness, ad testing, customer acquisition cost, inventory management. Two identities collide, the maker, the operator. And if you never switch roles, you stay stuck at hobby level. Let's run a simplified scenario. Materials per candle, $8. You sell for $18. Sounds good. Now subtract packaging, shipping materials, marketplace fees, payment processing, failed test batches, samples, photography, ads, and your time. What's your real margin now? This is where many small candle brands stall, not because the product is bad, because the math was never calculated. Here's something interesting. In r/luxury candles, consumers don't talk about wick sizes. They talk about experience, mood, brand, scent story, packaging quality. Customers don't buy your effort. They buy emotion, which means you're not in the wax business. You're in the perception business, and perception is expensive. So is the candle business a scam? No, but it's not easy money. It's a brand game inside a saturated market, powered by a technical craft with real liability. If you love testing, if you enjoy product refinement, if you're willing to learn marketing, if you think like a business owner, then maybe. But if you're chasing aesthetic side income, the market will teach you quickly. Before you melt your first batch of wax, ask yourself, do I want to make candles or do I want to build a brand? Because only one of those scales.